All right, so here are some new recordings. Good news is I've been actually been whittling down my unreleased ones, so I'm in a position where there's just I've kind of I've cleared some space in regards to that, so that's going down, which is good to know. But there's a recording I had to do. This just came to my attention recently, and I think Serbian Politics Watch, and this is from last July, which is a very grim, tragic story. It tells about this Jamaican nurse who was murdered in basically a domestic violence situation. And when Politics Watch did the video just like this week, it was from last month. I had to chime in though, cause it's a tragic story and is also going to go into a cautionary tale. Cause Sandra Wilson, who is the lady in question, is she the Jamaican nurse and flight attendant for 6 year old? And when you look at a picture, gorgeous woman. I mean, as a like I said, like any dude, due to the fact that she's pretty much a sight to behold and is also a very accomplished woman. And from what I hear, like she's a pretty much likable, respectable person. Unfortunately, the person that she got involved with, who's basically been suspecting her killing, unfortunately, that person, when you just check out his background, you're just kind of scratching your head and saying, why would this woman pick up a piece of crap like this? And this is a guy named Wayne Chambers. And also, but the thing is, if you watch Patrick's watch his video from this week, apparently that's not his real name. And we're not really going to go into Chambers or his real name because it's not really going to be too much. Yeah, if you want to watch who Wayne Chambers really is, watch Patrick's watch his video. Okay, you can drop some dimes as to who this guy was because he's not a Jamaican immigrant who, on when you check out his history, is just pretty much you're just scratching your head as wondering why did this beautiful accomplished woman ended up with with a low life that day? Because Wayne Chambers was basically a thug. This is a guy that was served at a rap sheet pretty much as almost as long as a python, and from what stated that he and her had an on and off relationship, and due to what his get down was, you can basically guess what's on and off, because this wasn't a relationship like from a Hallmark movie. That there's a relationship rife with strife and so on. And thing was interesting is that this the culmination of the well not culmination the twilight of the relationship was basically what ended where she got a ride from him in her vehicle, and obviously got an argument. And the thing is that he said that okay, and the guy understood, okay, the relationship is done for good. And unfortunately, he's one of those dirtbags with scarcity mindset, and he basically says, "If I can't have you, no one can." And yeah, I won't describe how gruesome it was, but he basically killed her in her own car. And pretty much she had to, even though they rushed her to her own workplace at the hospital where she was employed, they couldn't save her. And this monster actually was hiding out. And I mean, like usually, like with other murderous criminals, he was hiding out until he was caught this week. And apparently, I think his arraignment was today, on August 9th. And what I just said though is that first of all, I want to say condolences to her friends and family, because I think like she has a 20-year-old son, and the fact that her and Chambers were in a relationship for several years, like 7 years. I suspect that they knew each other longer than that. That's just my theory. That son must have seen some things, because when you check out the background, even though it's not stated, when I say it was not a relationship that was real, that's something out of a Disney movie, you know what that means. Usually is the kind of like the George Wright type situation where the guy does put on some lick and thump backs and kick, like this guy pretty much went upside her head. Even though it's not stated, but you can surmise that the fact that the guy has a history of violence and is basically a natural born hoodlum. You know how that gets down. Like he probably was in a situation where he probably does saw her as a means to an ends, and I can guess, all right, that she probably thought that okay, that she thought, okay, this was a genuine relationship, even though I know this guy's rough around the edges, even though this guy's hemmed me up. I can guess that because I'm sure that her friends and family members have seen stuff, and the son especially. I'm not. I'm getting. I pray for this young man because he's going through a lot right now, losing his mother in such a violent way. But I'm pretty sure he's seen the cases where his mom has gotten bruised and battered up, and he's probably even stepped in to try and stop her boy from hurting her. And I can also surmise that his mother was too probably blinded and probably lacking common sense of the type of men she dates. Just pretty much told him, okay, no, no, don't take side against him, and so on. He loves me, even though, okay, even though like he's probably battered, black in my eye, busted my lip, probably sent me to the hospital on more than a few occasions. This is okay. Okay. I'm not. Okay. This is the love of my life, and so on. And I'm pretty sure even her more friends and colleagues, I'm pretty sure that she's had to wear makeup and some glasses when she's probably been hemmed up by Chambers. But due to the fact that he most likely had this allure or this hold on her, she didn't really want to get out because the mistake that she made though is that she knows that the guy is a dangerous sociopath. She should not have taken the guy back though. She should, with the moment, I think obviously on the last moments of her life prior to her getting her car, she should have probably said, you know what, I know what this guy is capable of. All right, Dad. I'm going to. If this guy is going to move our stuff out of my apartment and be gone to my life for good, first thing she should have done, got a protection order, meaning that she's not to be near him, 1,000 yards of him, and that if he's near that police or probably some people that she knows about her life are nearby, because that was a mistake that she made. Though she probably thought, okay, you know what? And I'm pretty sure at that moment when he was picking up, she probably thought that, oh, not I may take him back, but I'm probably sure that the guy probably again showed his true nature and she said, you know what, before it's too late, she said, okay, no, this is not going to work out. And unfortunately, she is in a situation where he decided that if I can't have you, no one can. Now, if any friends and family members sees when I post this, it's either yay or nay. Again, I was not there. I don't know this woman personally. But I can pretty much, it don't really take the deductive skills of like say Matlock or Angela Lansbury to kind of understand that yeah, this was most likely a very violent relationship. And there's a woman, unfortunately, who looked like she chose a guy that she knew was she was way too good for. And I can also surmise that this is a woman who probably had options of better men in her life. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of men were lining up, a lot of better men were lining up to say, you know what, I can treat you like a queen. I'm not going to go upside your head. It's not going to be no Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston type situation. I can actually show you love and respect, and chances are the fact that she more than likely loved. It was a treteller of that thug who ended up taking her life. She probably said, nah, you know what, Chambers, okay, or this, or so on, or the thug, the bad man that I'm pretty much under the sheets with at night. Yeah, he's the one for me. You know what? He puts on me that no other man can. So you know what? All the genuinely good, decent, upstanding men who would have been better choices for us. Man, yeah, I'm gonna run your way. Mean like I'll just friend zone you at best, but you see, only this what's okay, what's all this loving that's down here, that's for the thug right here who, even though the guy has pretty much busted my jaw, bruised her, and mostly put her in the hospital, they're not reporting that, but I can surmise. And again, to all the family members who are grieving, I'm pretty sure that they're going to say, yeah, we saw the signs. We were like warned her that hey, this guy was a piece of shit right here. That she should have just moved on from him much sooner. And again, whatever, but unfortunately she got it too late, whatever. And again, I'm not here to disparage the dead. I'm not here to say that this woman deserved what got to her, what was coming to her, but it begs the question is how could she not have known that this guy had a very dangerous criminal background? There's no possible way, or even people that know, or even the fact that this guy didn't give off this very dark, sinister aura. Because like I said, like most people sense, and I'm pretty sure even her son himself, even his son has probably told his mom, I don't like this guy around you. I don't like how he treats you. Get rid of this bastard. And maybe a few times that she's broken free, but saying, no, I'm going to go back to the thug. And unfortunately, much to the disdain of her own family. I'm just calling it how I'm seeing it right here. Because it also just reminds me of this other murder victim, America Thayer, who again, much like her, was involved with this piece of shit, this gangs, this reprobate, who again ended up murdering her when, most likely after years of abuse, that she had enough, and the guy pretty much had to kill her. Was on that scarcity mindset like Chambers was. And I'll say that both Chambers and the other guy, all of them deserve. I'm not going to say what they deserve to happen to them, but like I said, that they're not fit to sit rest on the mortal coil. We can only hope that if these two men get the key thrown away them after they're put in jail, that some inmates are going to give them their just desserts. I'm just saying though, but the thing is like this is that this is a cautionary tale, and again, I'm not here to disparage this poor woman and so on. But again, this is a cautionary tale because, like I said, like I'm gonna say to the women especially, I ain't beating up on y'all, but again, this is just showing that okay, when you know that someone is no good for you or whatever, leave them alone. All right, be as far away from those people as possible. Because, like I said, this woman again could have, I'm sure, due to how beautiful she looked, and the fact that she obviously was very beloved, and she also was a very accomplished woman. A whole bunch of men would have loved to have her around their arm, and I probably put that ring on her and walk her down the aisle. Much better men could have done, but unfortunately, she chose a man and chose to keep going back to a man that she know was lower than pants, lower than toilet water or so on. All right, and again, this is just a cautionary tale. Is that when you know to vet people better. All right, and also if you know that the person is way below your standards, or in the case if she had stay high standards, like I said, you can do just choose better. And that's all I want to say about this woman. I hope that this her family gets justice, and especially I'm gonna pray for her poor son though, cause like I can't imagine how he's going to lose his mother, and I'm pretty sure, and all the stuff he likely saw. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that this guy did not take kindly to Wayne Chambers. He knew what kind of monster he was, and I can guarantee that he and everybody's warned her about his mom about her. But chances are, the unfortunate mom chose not to listen, and unfortunate that cost her life. And what can you say though? But this is for State of Jamaica and the Caribbean. Check out my YouTube pages, Miles Gusson Farron, Miles Productions, Thoughts and Miles. Alright.